Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bree and today we've got Phil and myself and I thought I would take you guys through my stretching routine. It's gonna be a little bit of a stress reliever, self-care routine. I personally had a really rough week and what helped me was meditating and doing a lot of stretching and self-care, and so I thought I could pay it forward and spread some good vibes to you and share with you my little stretching routine. Hopefully this video can make you feel a little bit more calm, a little more at peace, and relieve some of that stress that you might be holding on to in your body. We are gonna start in a child's pose. Don't mind my hands. I self-tanned yesterday and I washed my hands. Rookie mistake, but I'm not a rookie. So anyways, go ahead and get into child's pose. This is about a 10-minute routine, so make sure you leave your cell phone far away from you so you can really focus on yourself and stretching and kind of just being present in this moment. So really sink into your child's pose here. What I like to do is I like to thread one arm through as well to get a nice shoulder release. And we're going to switch and thread our other arm through. Don't mind Phil as he just runs all over me throughout this video. Next, we are going to move into a cat-cow. Don't forget to really focus on your breath. You know, this stretching routine is all about you being present in this moment, focusing on breathing and forgetting the stresses that may be going on in your life or the stresses that are maybe going on in your body right now. So really just take this time for you. I also like to do hip circles as well, kind of just stretch everything out. If this feels good to you, then go ahead and do it. If not, then keep doing some cat-cows. Next, we're going to pop into a down dog. You should be feeling this all through the back of your leg, a really great stretch for your whole body. Pedal out your legs if that feels good to you. I like to do this to intensify the stretch on my legs. And remember that whatever is going on in your life, like, you are being guided. It's meant to be. You will never face a challenge or an obstacle that is bigger than what you can handle. And these obstacles are what cause us to grow and learn new things and evolve and pay forward those lessons to others as well. Walk your legs forward, and we are just going to hang out here for a little bit of a release. Really feel the release in your legs. You can cross your arms as you hang if that feels good to you. You can wiggle from side to side. I love this stretch. It's such an amazing release. If you want to clasp your hands behind your back and have a little shoulder rinse, feel free to do so as well. Walk your arms forward, and we are going to lower to the mat, watch your furry friend, and bring it into a Cobra Pose. If you would like to bring it into an up dog, by all means go for it. I'm going to do a modified version in Cobra. Moving into a quick little child's pose before we go into another one of my favorite poses, which is going to be pigeon. dog, we are gonna raise our left leg back and then bring it forward for pigeon pose. Now, if you cannot get into pigeon pose, that is totally okay. It took me many years of yoga classes to be able to actually comfortably get into this pose. So if you're not fully flexible here yet, it's totally okay. You can do any modification of this that you would like. I'm moderately flexible in this position, and I like to put my hands into fists and then rest my forehead on my hands. But if you are more flexible, feel free to take it further. Bring it back to down dog. Feel free to pedal out those legs if that feels good to you. And we are going to lift our right leg to bring forward for pigeon pose again. I love this pose so much. We carry a lot of emotions, tension, and stress in our hips, and so stretching them out is a really great release of all of that tension, all of that emotional buildup. So really sink into this, focus on the pose, focus on your breath, focus on your body, and think about all of the things in your life that you're grateful for. I know, especially in society today and social media, it's really easy to look outside of what we have and forget the abundance of the amazing things, honestly, that we have in our life, and to be grateful for them. And so hopefully during this practice you can take some time to just remember all of the blessings in your life, because there are so many. Flip it over and bring our knees in for a little bit of a hug before we drop our legs to one side. Next, I'm just going to do a nice little spinal twist, dropping my legs to my left and working to keep my right shoulder blade on the mat. Hanging out here for a little bit, breathing into it as Phil comes and licks my nose. Bring your legs back to center, hug them in if that feels good to you, and then we are going to drop our legs to the other side. So I'm just dropping my legs to my right side and trying to keep my left shoulder blade to the mat if that feels good to you. Slowly coming out of that twist, I am going to bring it in for a few little Yogi Bridges. So keeping my feet hip width apart and just lifting up and squeezing my glutes. Lower and then bring it back up. Hold it here for a few breaths. Lower again. One more time, bring it up and squeeze. Gotta watch out for those dog kisses. And lower. Next we are going to go into a nice hamstring stretch, so bringing your right foot across your left leg, and if this feels good right here, then feel free to stay here. If you want a more extreme version of this stretch or a little bit more intense, feel free to grab your leg and pull it up towards your body. This is such a good release, such a good stretch. I'm also rolling my ankles here to kind of just get some mobility in there and wake up my ankles. And switch sides. Again, feel free to hang out here in the modified version if that feels good to you, or feel free to take it up a notch if you want to feel the stretch a little bit more. lastly, we are gonna bring it into Happy Baby. I can't believe I'm doing this on YouTube, but this is one of my all-time favorite stretches, and it looks so weird, so I'm sorry for that, but honestly, this stretch just feels absolutely incredible, and stretches out your legs so well, so feel free to kind of do whatever version feels best to you right here, but really breathe through it and get that awesome lower body stretch right here. We're gonna wrap up this little stretching routine with a yogi squat. Now this is so good for your body, so good for your back, such a great release. Hang out here in this pose for as long as you like. Sometimes I like to lean forward and intensify the stretch a little bit, and then I'll sink back into it. Whatever feels good to you, feel free to do so. And that's the end of this quick little stretch. I hope that it helped you and supported you, and that you are feeling ready to attack your day, and you're just feeling a little bit lighter and a little bit less stress and less resistance. Thank you guys for hanging out on my channel. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I will see you next week. I see a light in your eyes. I fall